Good morning, friends, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Will and I am a flight attendant for a US airline, and today we are doing airport standby, which we've talked about so much. And I got the A shift, which is from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. I just got here to the employee parking lot. It is 4:11, and again, my sign-in is at 5 o'clock. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the employee shuttle to get me to the airport, and then from there is just really figuring out what happens. You guys know that airport standby is just really a waiting game. So if I get something assigned, great. If not, I will be released by 11 unless I get extended. And I'm not even gonna get ahead of myself, because last time I said hopefully I don't get extended because I have things to do. Joke's on me, I got extended, which it doesn't bother me because, you know, I was just gonna be at home doing nothing. So anyway, let's see what today brings. And crew scheduling assigned me a trip. All I know is that I'm flying as a D to Atlanta, so I'm heading over to the gates right now to find out exactly what the rest of my trip will look like. So in the meantime, let's get to the gates and I'll tell you guys more about it on the way. Alright, and it seems like I'm only working that one flight to Atlanta, and then I am deadheading back. So I'll be back at the airport at 1:44. I was supposed to get released at 11 a.m., but I could have gotten extended until 1. So it works out perfectly. So let's head to the gate and work this Atlanta flight. I made it to Atlanta. I only have to work that flight from Philadelphia to Atlanta. Now I am deadheading on another airline, which means that I am flying as a passenger, still getting paid, but I'm not working a flight, especially because I'm flying on another airline. So let's go to the A gates and catch this flight back to Philly. Friends, what's going on? I'm changing things up a bit because I feel like every time I talk to you guys, I'm inside the car and you guys are probably annoyed at that. I just landed in Philadelphia. This is trash. Landed in Philadelphia. It was a very cool day in terms of how quick it was. I didn't have to overnight anywhere. Crew scheduling called me around 8:15 a.m. this morning and said, hey, we have some flying for you. And so when they called me, it made it seem like it was gonna be like a very long day, because she said, all I'm gonna tell you right now is that you're going to work a flight to Atlanta at a gate D something, and they're waiting for you. And I was like, okay, great. So I made my way to the gate. I get there, meet the crew. I pre-flighted what I needed to pre-flight, and then shortly after that, like 3 minutes after we started boarding, then I still had no idea what the rest of my trip was going to look like. And I was supposed to be on a flight at 11:44, but I didn't know exactly what I was doing. But there's no way I was gonna make that flight because we were already delayed, because there was like a ground, not ground stop, but ground traffic. So I made it to Atlanta, and then I got a voicemail from crew scheduling. They said, hey Will, we're gonna deadhead you back to Philadelphia on another airline, which I already told you guys, but I'm just giving you like the full story. So I deadhead back on another airline, and yeah, deadheading means that you are flying as a passenger, but you are not working the flight. However, we're still getting paid, which is a good thing. So it is 15:23, 3:23 for those of you that are not used to the military time. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I know that tomorrow I finish Reserve A at 1 p.m. and there's a flight to Orlando at 1:30 that I am trying to catch because I am off Friday and Saturday. So I want to be able to go see my sister and my parents who are still in Florida. Fortunately, there are no flights to Jacksonville, so I'm gonna have to, you know, fly to Orlando and then figure out my way to Jacksonville and back. But that's pretty much it. I still have that homework. I haven't finished it. I should probably do that today, knowing that there's gonna be flying tomorrow. So tomorrow, either or around noon, I'm just gonna come to the airport, because if I don't get anything assigned, then I'll just hop on that 1:30 p.m. flight. There are about 70 seats open, which is pretty awesome. I am hungry, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is definitely go to the crash pad and figure out what I'm going to eat, because again, I am hungry. All I had this morning was some apples on that Atlanta flight. I had some cookies on that other flight back, and then I drank that a smoothie. If you guys haven't visited Freshens, you guys definitely should. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, make sure that you follow me on Instagram, because I am constantly posting different stories, especially like when I'm at the airport and I get other things. So let's figure it out what to do with the rest of the day. I caved, guys. I was doing so good this week, and I'm a Chipotle. It's so good. I'm done. I don't know what to do. I kind of want to go to the gym, but I'm still full. And I know as soon as I get to the house, when I get there, it's over for me. I don't think I'm gonna leave the house again. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, so I know I wanted to go to Target to get some things, but I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I might as well I should really just go back to my crash pad, do my homework, pack for tomorrow, and call it a night. That's exactly what I should do, and I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. So let's go back to my crash pad. Hey friends, it is a couple hours later. I told you guys that I was going to come back to the crash pad, do my homework, and pack for tomorrow. That's exactly what I did. I actually just finished taking a shower, and I'm already, you know, all packed up. If I don't get any calls from crew scheduling tomorrow at 1:30, I am gonna hop on a flight to Orlando to begin my days off. I'm officially off Friday and Saturday, however, because I get released tomorrow at 1 p.m. If I don't get used, then I have the remaining of the day free. So it doesn't really make sense to wait until Friday to get there. And quickly before I go, because this is not going to be an extensive vlog, there's two things that I want to share with you guys. Number one is that I got a new base, and so as of November 1st, I will be based in Chicago, which is where I live. So I am no longer going to be a commuter flight attendant. I don't have to do the crash pad life. I don't need to worry about traveling, you know, between Chicago and Philly on my days off, because it could get really exhausting. Now, what I wanted to tell you guys about that is becoming a flight attendant is a very sacrificed job when you start. Like, things aren't easy. You're on reserve. You don't really get what you want. You don't have as much control of your schedule. You're probably not going to be based where you want to be based. You're going to have to do things like I've been doing, and I'm not the first and last, you know, that has gotten a crash pad elsewhere and, you know, has had to commute between home and base. So what I'm really trying to say is you have to be, you know, you have to be patient and know that it is worth it. Oftentimes, a lot of people get to the end of training after they've given up so much and they've put their lives on hold just because they don't get their base. Yes, you know, there's people that have to wait a really long time to get their base. I was lucky enough to only wait a month to get my base, and you know, it's kind of different up there because that means that I'm going to be on reserve longer just because seniority there is so high. But ultimately, I get this relief that, like, it finally paid off. Like, you know, I pretty much took a leap of faith. I didn't know what I was going to expect for training. I didn't know what to expect after that. I had no clue how I was going to manage things. You guys saw on my other videos, like, how it was for me my very first month. I spent so much money on transportation and trying to figure stuff out, and I felt like I was stuck all the time. Yes, it's hard. It could get frustrating. but I never gave up, because at the end of the day, something that I genuinely wanted. So you will encounter obstacles, you know, along the way, but just know that, you know, timing is perfect, and just know that, you know, it's like I said, it's gonna be bumpy in the beginning, but it's gonna be so much worth it. And then lastly, I had another story for you guys, which is mainly, you see all these stories on the media about flight attendants, and you know how these fights happen on planes and how customers mistreat flight attendants. Yes, that happens, but there's also a side that people don't get their phones out to record. I had the opportunity to be on a flight. I think it was I think it was late last week, and I didn't share this at the time because I was like, I don't know if I should, but I get on the plane and they inform us that there's a passenger in one of the, you know, one of the rows that's closer to where I was sitting, which was the back, that was having almost a panic attack, and that wasn't feeling comfortable flying, but that she, you know, she needed to get to, I think we were flying to Orlando. And you know, I went to the seat and I literally got on my knees and I got, you know, eye to eye, and I was like, hi, my name is Will, I'm a flight attendant, I'm sitting in the back, and we're here for your safety. What can I do for you? And she started crying, and of course I felt, you know, for her, because she was so stressed out, and I knew that getting out of Nashville, it was going to be so bumpy. And she held my hand and she said, you know, I am scared, and you know, I haven't flown so long. Oftentimes throughout the flight, I checked, you know, with her, make sure she was doing okay. I gave her water. I asked her if she was doing okay. And then when we landed and we deplaned, I was on my way to the hotel, and she was on the train, on the same car. And she looked at me and she said, thank you so much. That meant so much to me, because people only see the bad stuff that happen on the media with flight attendants. And let me tell you that these stories, just the ones that I, you know, just exactly as the ones that I share with you today, happen all the time. I wasn't doing it because I wanted to show off and then come here and vent about it, but because us flight attendants generally care about the work that we do, and we're passionate about customer service and making sure people have a wonderful experience. So if you are flying in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, please be kind to your flight attendants. We're there for your safety. Follow the rules that, you know, we're telling you, because at the end of the day, God forbid something happens up there, we're the ones that's going to, you know, direct you to what you need to do in order to get you safe back, you know, to when we land, or whatever emergency it is. And yeah, I just felt it honestly all day long, and I was like, I need to get it out there, because I don't think there's a lot of people talking about this out there. And so maybe this wasn't the type of vlog you were expecting for today, but I generally, you know, when I thought about this vlog, I wanted to be the most honest and sincere person, because I'm not going to sugarcoat things here. Like, this is the life of a flight attendant, and stuff happens, and we have awful days, but we also have beautiful days. And you know, this job really means a lot to us. So again, please be kind to flight attendants, be kind to crew members. At the end of the day, everybody's there for your safety, and we just want to make sure that you get there safely. So with a lot of love, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I know it was a lot shorter, but I promise you, next week I'm going somewhere that you're not going to want to miss this video. Like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week.